Time to fly to get old Realflight 8. So excited for Realflight. Get this cursor out of the way. So we'll get that out of the way. Trying out this new laser. Yeah, I changed the value for the wings, and they stay on now. The what value is it? The strength multiplier? Yeah. I just changed the strength multiplier, and they stay on, so. It flies good. It feels like a 104 slick more than a laser, I feel like, but it does fly good. It looks good too. I think someone custom made this thing, so thanks to them. Ugh. Should probably look at the screen when I'm doing stuff like that. It flies good, I like it. It's definitely one of the better Realflight models out there. Oh snap. Oh. If I knew I could fly one like that in real life, I'd buy one. If someone ever makes a plane that flies like Realflight planes, I'll buy it. One that automatically resets every time I crash. Oh. That's the future. You buy a plane and it's like really cheap, but every time you crash, you gotta pay like $5. I think the CG could move a little farther back. I'm probably gonna try that. They did a good job with the model though. It looks really good. Ugh. Could maybe use a hair more power. Yeah, let's do this. 110% power, and let's move that CG back. Airframe CG adjustment. We want to move in the X or Y. We'll go 0. Yeah, there we go. Move the CG back. I don't know what units that's in, but 0.5.
Damn.
It does fly good. It tracks really well. Feels a little better. Yeah, definitely needed a little extra power. Oh. Oh snap, that was weird. Ugly snap. Uglier snap. I feel like a laser would fly a lot faster than this though. Like a lot faster. This is like, I literally think this is a 104 slick is what it feels like. Like the old 104 slick. Like my 104 slick that I have flies like this. Actually, it's pretty crazy how close it is. Ugh. Oh, snap. Kind of weird on the elevator pulls. I do like it though. They did a good job. Much better job than some of the stuff on there. I'm really rusty. I haven't been flying as much as I should have. But I'm probably not going to get to fly that much till Null, to be honest, which kind of stinks. But at least I get to go to Null, so that's fun. Yeah, seems a little... Still might be nose heavy. A hair. It rolls really good though. I don't think real planes actually roll that good. Kinda... Whoa, that's kind of weird. Like, it's sometimes sluggish and sometimes it's not. At least in rotation, I don't know why. It does high up the knife edge pretty good. If I ever see someone do this with a 100cc airplane, I'll be impressed. Because this is pretty tight and kind of scary. Actually, if I saw someone do this in real life, I'd probably walk the other way. Like there's certain things that you'll see like at an event, someone like, man, that guy's flying crazy good, and then it's like, yeah, but I'm gonna like get out of the way before he kills someone. There's always one of those guys sometimes. I've probably been that guy a couple times too, so I really can't say anything. It draws nice lines. Whoa. It really likes... I still think it's a little nose heavy. I want to move the CG back a little bit more. A wee bit more. So let's be moving back 1 whole inch. Alright, there we go. It's really bad that to trim this radio. I really need to get my jetty set up, but every time I try, it just does not work at all. So it's like, there's really no point. Rolls really fast. That should be a crash, but we'll keep rolling with it. Hey. I like the aileron gaps. You can literally see through the wing when the ailerons are fully. I guess that's just part of the way it was built. So if anyone wants to see any maneuvers, ow, okay. But if anyone wants to see any maneuvers done, let me know. I'll be happy to do them. I need to get back into having a topic for every stream, but it's been kind of hectic here lately, so I haven't really had time to plan anything out. So, also probably won't be streaming too long tonight. Just not the best night to do a long stream, but I'll try and do it this weekend. I'm feeling a weekend stream. Ugh. I do kind of want to go over the flush, which is not a new maneuver. It's just a maneuver that finally got a name, I guess. It's like just a downward barrel roll towards the ground. That's all it is. And a barrel roll is just pretty much the most basic thing ever. There's better ways to do them, but I guess you got to be able to do one just like a normal barrel roll like this, which there's really nothing to it. It's one of those funny things. It's like, oh, look at this new maneuver. It's like, well, we've been doing that for a while, or just we didn't name it because no one ever thought it was that cool. Pop top. No. Inverted pop top. Rolling here. Knife edge spin. Never mind. That's not a knife edge spin. I'm sorry. That was terrible. Could probably let off the rudder there almost. I was doing some really good ones earlier. Or the elevator, I mean. I don't know, knife edge spin has always been like one of those maneuvers. If I'm rusty, I just don't have a good time doing them. Ugh. Snap to hover. Inverted snap to hover. Oh, actually, I don't think that was an inverted snap to hover. No, that wasn't. Knife edge spin is just a classic. It's a classic, man. Yeah, some planes make just the most awesome noise. I think moving my CG back kind of hurt those, though. Ugh. Alright, I'm going to switch planes, though. For now. This is what I want. My slick sounds mean and it's electric. It's like when you have the plastic props, like the APC, like anything with like APC prop or something that's kind of like the smaller balsa planes that are really light, and like the covering will like expand and contract, I guess, or vibrate with how much the prop vibrates when you do that maneuver, and it's always awesome. I don't understand why they allow you to control the canopy, but it's kind of silly. Well, this thing is out of trim. Okay, there we go. The more I look at an S-Bach, the more it looks like a penguin. Like a penguin plane. I don't know why. That might just be me. But oh, S-Box are like, yeah, you either think they're beautiful or they're ugly. There's no in between. No one's ever looked at one and like, oh, that plane's kind of cool looking. It's like, no, this plane's either amazing or ugh. It really just depends on like the model too. Some of them. See, everyone's kind of sad that Hobby Co went out of business But then I saw one of the S box they produced, and I understand why, because it was so bad. It's like, you're not going to stay in business producing that. It's a plane that gets wrong a lot. I think the big pilot ones look pretty good. But now, Tower Hobbies is owned by Horizon Hobbies, so I guess I wonder if they're gonna keep selling Realflight or just phase either Realflight out or either phase Realflight out or phase Phoenix Simulator out. I'm pretty sure Horizon Hobby did buy Tower. Or at least they put a bid in for it. I don't know if that means they actually bought it, but fun fact, I got an email from Tower asking me if I wanted my customer information to be given to Horizon Hobby, which I didn't really care, but apparently some people did care. So I guess they might get sued or something. I don't know. Because they asked, like, hey, can we give your data to Horizon? And I guess some people didn't get the email until after you're supposed to opt out of that or opt into that. So that's kind of sketchy. If they bought Futaba too, oh my god. There's no way they bought Futaba. Oh my god, that's going to cost so many fanboys to just cry. So now you can buy pretty much from one company. Like there's like one big Walmart brand now. I mean, essentially that's what Horizon Hobby's turning into. That's not a bad thing. It's just they have everything. I mean, I guess they're going to continue the brand though, but I don't see the point of buying Futaba just to sell Futaba radio. They can either buy Futaba and keep selling Futaba, or they can either buy Futaba and then stop producing Futaba, and then everyone has to switch to Spectrum. The companies aren't making it, unfortunately. It's a hard business, unfortunately. Like, I can't imagine trying to make money selling RC airplanes. There's no way. There's no way you make good money. I mean, you might make enough to stay afloat, but that's not really a good business model at all. And it's an expensive venture, I guess. I don't think it would be just super cheap to just start selling airplanes. Okay, it would be cheap to start selling airplanes, but it would be expensive to start selling your own stuff that's your own, you know, design and all that stuff. So I'm still the youngest guy in my field. I'm 32. That's normal, man. That's a sad reality. I mean, oh my gosh, this gives me flashbacks. So there's a thread on Flying Giants, and everyone was like, you know, kids these days just don't want to spend the money to buy an RC airplane. I'm like, well, yeah, of course they don't. No kid, very few kids just want to do that. Like, they'd rather have an Xbox. I'm like, dude, if I'm 10 years, you know, if I'm 15 years old and I got $300 to spend, I'm going to buy an Xbox. You know why? Because all my friends have Xboxes, and I don't have to go to a flying field where everyone's like 40 years old to use my Xbox. Like, I hate to say it, but that's the cold hard truth. Kids don't want to learn it. I don't even think it's that. I really don't think it's that. It's just it's just hard. It's one, not every kid wants to fly airplanes and be in aviation. Two, the kids who might want to be in aviation might go for full scale. And three, the kids who want to do RC aviation, it's a lot of money. And people are like, well, now you can buy free sky radio for $150 in a plane to get into. It's like, yeah, but then you're now just a kid flying your drone pretty much by yourself. Most of the younger guys I've seen in this hobby, and myself included, are the only young people at their fields, or there's maybe a group of 2 or 3 young people, and they're the only guy, and those are the only kids their age who they can really do that with. What's up, Dan? Yeah, my kids don't want anything to do with it. They all have tablets, Xbox One, PCs. I mean, that's kind of the age we're in, though. I mean, you can only expose. You gotta let people do their own thing. I mean, it's never gonna be mainstream. It's not. There's never gonna be RC airplanes on TV. If you're like, well, drone racing's on TV. Well, okay. It's only because it's new. In 3 years, 5 years, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, if there's no reset button. So a kid can, spend all his money on his RC airplane, go out and crash it, and then it's gone. And he might not have the skills to fix it or the people around him who could fix it. So I get it. I totally get it. The only reason I started flying is because I saw a YouTube video that I thought was really cool, and I went out and I bought an airplane, spent like all the money I had as a kid, bought a multiplex Easy Star, went out and crashed it immediately, and I either could have quit, and fortunately the YouTube channel I was watching at the time had a video in the simulator, so I went and bought the simulator, and I kind of learned how to fly and taught myself, and I really enjoyed it. But there was never anyone at my field. The only people my age at my field were people I invited, and it wasn't like these were kids I went to school with or lived in my neighborhood. Everyone in my neighborhood was like, this kid's weird, he flies airplanes. Like, that's what you deal with. I don't think people get that sometimes. Yeah, you can't make anyone like, it's not for everyone. It's really not. It's like some people just don't like technical things, or they might like technical things, but they might be geared a different way to airplanes aren't it. We're all so into it that it blocks our mind. Like, dude, this is so cool. And it's like that with everything. Like, people who love cars, like, man, I love cars. I want to work on cars. I want to buy cars. I'm like, dude, it's a car. Or people who might be into, I don't know, like, like girls are into like crocheting and knitting and stuff. And it's like, all right, that's cool. You can do that. I'm not. I think when you enjoy the hobby, it's super easy. Like, man, this is awesome. And then someone's like, well, I mean, I guess. I mean, I think it's a conversation that needs to happen more often and not like Facebook comments and stuff. I feel like that's where half the stuff I see about trying to help the hobby grow is in Facebook comments. I was like, it eventually comes down to young people suck, drones suck, and yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm young enough, and like I was young, like a really young flying, and now I'm still young flying, that I can comment on that from a different side. I mean, I truly wish all my friends in high school and middle school would have flown airplanes with me, but it's not going to happen. I mean, there's just not going to happen. But let's just blame the young people for everything. And it's too, you might have a kid who might want to fly, but you got to go to a flying field. And now those are even getting harder to come by to fly, I guess safe and legally. And, I mean, when I first started, I had to get my parents to drive me to the field every time. So I didn't really get to like go to the field that much until I turned 16. Or I have to drag my dad out of bed at like 6 a.m. to go fly when there's no wind. My friends now think I'm crazy. Yep, been there, done that. I can remember kids in high school like, why do you fly airplanes? I'm like, because I like it. Why do you you know, sit in your room all day because you like it. All right. I was gonna say other words, but you know, you can go frick off at that point. You know. I think I'm better now. I try to not only have one hobby now, and it works pretty well. So right now, my two hobbies are golf and flying airplanes. Right now, golf is prevailing, but I suck at golf, and I'm really good at flying airplanes. So we'll see how that trend goes. Yeah. I think some people just see them as toys, and it's like, pfft, okay, your toy's your iPad that you bought for like 900 bucks, or your toy's like, I don't know, all the money you spend on games on your phone. So, I mean, yeah, it's a toy. I like nice toys. Golf sucks. Golf does not suck. Golf is fun. I like golf because it's fun to go play with your friends, or you can, you know, just play by yourself and, you know, just focus on the game. But yeah, I mean, same thing. I love golf. Other people hate golf. I think everyone should play golf, but no, not everyone needs to play golf. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. You can only have like three hobbies, three or four, unless you just golf is beer. Exactly. See, that's another great thing about golf. You can either play super serious or only play to drink beer, and both times it's fun. You might not make it through 9 holes or 18 holes when you're drinking beer, but it's fun. Pay money to whack a ball around someone else's lawn. Well, you know what? You're damn right. Just ripping it, nah, dude. Nothing compares to to ripping quads, though. Nothing compares, man. We're talking about RC 3D airplanes and golf when really those are not ripping at all. Is Realflight 8 worth upgrading from 7.5? I don't think so. I think either's fine. I upgraded from 6.5, so I think the upgrade's fair, but I really couldn't tell you what's probably better between 8 and 7.5. I really can't. It's just how they get their money. That's how they do it. And they said, well, you can fly VR. From what I've seen, the VR flying in this thing is not that great. I haven't done it. I'm not going to be one of those wackos who buy a VR goggle and, you know, never leave my room. I don't really have any interest in VR, but it's there. But it's not me. I'm here to practice on a screen, not pretend like I'm at the flying field. I don't think it's worth it to upgrade. Save yourself the $100 and buy a quad. Buy part of the quad. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a guy in RC Group's Noob RC who always tries all the cool stuff, and he bought a really nice gaming laptop and said the VR wasn't that great. It was still, you don't get as much frame rate. It's not worth it. Yeah, from 6.5, I pretty much was on a deserted island by myself. So, and I was very lucky to have an RC Group's member kind of sponsor me and help me out to get Realflight 8. So, I really can't even say. Lame Tech, shout out to Lame Tech for helping me out. See, back in the day, 6.5 was awesome, man. Because Phoenix really sucked. Really sucked. And like the jump from Realflight 4, like in 5 to 6 in Realflight 6.5 was nuts. Like it was like a huge deal to have 6.5 in Realflight 6. Oh snap. Oh, I thought it was gonna hit the pole. I was chatting and flying with Jays last night. For someone who will never see him in person, it was awesome. Yeah, the multiplayer has come a long way. I never had any Realflight sims, and I wanted a way to help me learn the steps of Realflight. It was out and new, so just my timing. Yeah. I mean, it helps. Like, it's just muscle memory, though. It's not true stick time. Like, I feel like, let me get this math right. 1 hour of sim time is like equivalent to 5 minutes real flight time. I hate it when quad guys say that quads are harder than 3D planes. Yes, they are cool, but some FPV quad guys act like an arrogant Adam Sandler. Oh my lord. You're not wrong. I think that quad racing is pretty, it takes some serious talent and practice. But I think the guys who just like go full throttle with their quad and like hold the stick in one direction, yeah, that's not very hard at all. But the quad racing guys, like I know some of them pretty well, and it's intense, and it's like true skill. Like you have to be the fastest. There's no like objectiveness to who's the best. Like when it comes to flying 3D, it's like if you had the fastest time, you are the best. But I agree. I feel like some of the quad guys give themselves a little bit too much credit. But I'm not trying to hate on quads. I know I talk a lot of smack, but if that's what you like, that's what you like. I have no real issues with it. I don't see why people do that. Same thing with helicopters. Man, helicopters are just so much harder than 3D airplanes. It's like, I mean, depends on what you're doing. If you're just hovering, no. But if you're flying intense 3D, yeah. What's up, Fire Rock? Or anyone who buys their DJI fandom and are just like, I have a quad now. It's like, no, you don't, dude. You have a computer program that's smarter than you that flies it for you. I think helis have a higher peak. So if you take the most talented helicopter pilot and the most talented, skillful 3D airplane, I think helis at that point, I do think it takes a little bit more brain power to do it. I truly do. And I'm a 3D airplane guy. I truly think that. Because, I mean, airplanes, like, you have left, right, up, down, whatever. Helicopters, you have so many different angles and so many more corrections to make in your head. There's really no comparison, if you ask me. I'm doing good, Fire Rock. Just chilling. Having a nice stream. Not too long of a stream. I think helis are really cool. I would love to like do helicopters. It's just one, it's not my area of expertise. I don't really feel like learning, so I guess it means I'm kind of just lazy as shit. And I feel like crashing them is no fun. There's no foamy helicopter. There's not. There's no Twisted Hobbies Crack Yak helicopter. Like, Crack Yak, you can just fly that thing to the ground a million times, a little glue, you're good. Any small helicopter is just a pain in the butt. If anyone's interested, I have a Phantom 4 Pro. I would love to have like an actual aerial video quad. I don't know what I'd take video of. I'm sure I'd only use it for like a couple times, but those couple times would be pretty cool. What's up, Tommy? Tommy Miller in the house. And that's another thing about like helicopters. So if you take a small helicopter and a small airplane, so let's say a small airplane is like a Crack Yak. Crack Yak flies freaking awesome. You fly a small helicopter, those things are like on crack. They're not just simple, easy. size has nothing to do with that. I'm gonna go play Fortnite. Dude, I feel you, man. I feel you. What's worse, quads or Fortnite? Definitely quads. Best 67 through 78 inch ARF. What do you want to do? What kind of flying do you want to do? Do you just want to like balls to ball 3D? You want to have a mix of everything? You just want to get all around, or need some more info? Got one, been put back together multiple times. I don't think there's ever been a helicopter that's never been put back together. I feel like you could just literally look at one and something can break. Like helicopters aren't supposed, like a plane, you could build it perfectly and have everything set up perfect, and that thing will be good for like a year or two with basic, you know, maintenance. A helicopter is like having, it's like having a Jeep. I have a Jeep and I have to put tons of money into it all the freaking time to get it to run right. And that's what a helicopter is. Helicopter's a Jeep Wrangler. Would not recommend. Hovers the Harrier slowly close to me, not far out. Okay, so you want some low and slow. Maybe check out the yeah, just empty every pocket is like, that is so true. Like, it's not even funny, that's just depressing. But maybe check out the AJ. Let me, alright, I know it won't be flying on stream. Let me do some Googling real quick for you. I've heard some good stuff about AJ's, I can't remember the name though. I usually fly 91-inch laser. God, Andrew Jesse, AJ Aircraft's website needs a freaking upgrade. Maybe check out the ARS. I've heard that one's kind of good for that kind of stuff. I can't say with personal experience because I haven't flown anything in that size in a hot minute that's new. I'm not with the times and all these cool airframes, but maybe that AJ ARS, the 86 or the 67, but then extreme flight wise, I don't think you're gonna beat like the which one is it? Maybe the MXS, maybe the MXS from them, or the where is it? I thought they had a different one of this size. I could see their extra being good at that too. Or their Edge, the new 3D Hobby Shop Edge. Yeah, we want 3D Hobby Shop. We don't want no extreme flight. Wow, the fact that there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 3D Hobby Shop airplanes now kind of makes me want to cry. No, but check out the 3D Hobby Shop 75-inch Edge. I think that would probably be exactly what you want. Those things are sick. Seriously, 8 3D Hobby Shop airplanes now? Are you kidding me? That's a tragedy. Alright, back to flying. S 5000. Oh, you're going electric. Dude, if you're going electric in that size, go 8S. I hate saying that because I really like 6S packs, but 8S is probably the way to go. Less amps, more power. Got the 83 in ARS. It's alright. Really liking my new Slick 580. Yeah, those new slicks look pretty good too. I don't think you could really go wrong with any of them, especially Extreme Flight. Just pick which one you think looks better that's not the laser. Dude, DA35 is pretty sick. I think gas in the 30cc size is so underrated. Like, I love electric in that size, but gas in 30cc with a big tank in there, you can fly for like 15 minutes of all you want. But it does take a toll on its airplane. So every airplane that I've broken the wings off of has been 30cc. Why not laser? He already has the laser, I think. See, everything I've heard about the laser makes me want it, but then I just think about there's probably airplanes that can do some things just a little better. But I haven't flown one. I can't really say anything. So, really, you're asking the wrong person, to be honest. Because I don't know. I fly a original 104-inch slick from 3D Hobby Shop, so I'm not with the times. But from what I've heard, you know, check out the new 3D Hobby Shop Edge and maybe the AJ stuff. I don't think the laser's what you want, though. I haven't even flown the version 2 slick. I've flown the newest extra from Extreme Flight, and it flies pretty good. Actually, okay, it doesn't fly pretty good. Mark would be angry if I said that. He wouldn't be angry. He'd be like, only really good? It flies very good. Very nice. I liked it. But that's the only newer airplane I've flown. I buy them like my wife buys cars. Oh, that's pretty. Oh my god. Dude, that's a good way to do it. It really is. People are like, man, I want a plane that does this, 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 this. Like, dude, just pick one you like that looks cool and buy it. And you'll be happy. If you stick with good companies. Yeah, Mark he's a good pilot. Well, knife edge all day and do straight lines and do hovers, but not the best at XA. If you want more XA, dude, extra. Extra, man. Extra the slick. Easy. Easy, easy. That's what you want. If you want XA, which I hate that term, but yeah, extra the slick for sure. Don't get the MXS then, and don't get the ARS then. Get the slick or the extra. Literally pick one and see like which one looks pretty and get that one. I'm hoping to see some new airplanes at Null that aren't Extreme Flight. Like, I know that sounds bad, but I'd really want to see some other company just like put some work in. Like PAU, come on, I want to see something new. Oh, the red, white, and blue slick. The red, white, and blue laser is still like the most cool thing ever. Krill, no. Krill's like rich old guy planes. I can't afford that. Rich, flying krill is like golf. That's like the guys who have really, really nice clubs, and that's about it. That's what I feel like most krill stuff is. I've seen krills fly, and I've never seen someone fly one and be like, you know what, that looks pretty awesome. It's just seeing like, oh wow, it's a krill. I could be totally wrong though. Probably am. Get a Skywing 83. I'd love to. I hope if there's a way there's a Skywing and all, I'd love to get a pull on a Skywing plane just to see. Hangar 9 has some new stuff coming out, 3D and scale. I think I saw like the biplane. See, Hangar 9, like those airplanes, some of them are actually pretty good. And then some of them are just like atrocious. So you have to like pick one. You're not going to get an okay plane. You're either going to get a really good one or a really bad one. I've heard some good things about some of their planes, but I've heard some really bad things about others. But I think they kind of went for every Tower Hobbies plane and made in the past like 5 years. We are forgetting about Flex Innovation a little bit, but they now make foam EDF jets, so that's cool. Ugh. Oh, snap. Flex makes the cat. Yeah. I'm just against planes with the gyro that come pre-installed. I mean, it looks like a cool setup, though. I mean, I just have... It just gives me bad vibes when I buy a plane and it's like, hey, this gyro makes it fly really good. I'm like, wait, what if I take the gyro out? What if the gyro messes up? Is it still going to fly okay? That reminds me, I need to upload some really old footage I have of when the Barbarian Demon Cortex first came out. I got one of like the first ones and had it in a 72-inch extra from 3D Hobby Shop. And I've got a ton of footage of me just hovering it with no hands because that's like the only cool thing I can think of doing with it in the head holding mode. I need to upload that. I think gyros have their place. I just think that you need to be careful. I think they're good for windy days, like windy areas are really good. What's your thought on Aura 8? Apparently it isn't that bad with that, but I hear you. Aura 8 is awesome though for what it is. Is Aura 8. Is that their okay, yeah, their flight controller. I mean, I've used like the flight controller boards in the past, like not any of the newer ones. I mean, I feel like for windy conditions and so on learning, I think it's cool. And if it gives you confidence to fly, then that's perfect. I'm totally cool with it. I just always have had issues with planes that come with a gyro system pre-installed because I feel like they designed the plane with that in mind, which means if you take the gyro out, it's not going to fly as good. That's the only thing that concerns me. That and people who are going to compete with gyros, but that's a whole nother can of worms. I wish they would bring back the 70-inch Velox from 3D Hobby Shop. I pooed that plane so much till the wings came off. Dude, those were good planes. Those are so underrated, and I even will admit to underrating that airplane. I had one with like all Hobby King gear in it, like some old Hobby King servos and motor, and dude, it flew great. It had a bunch of lights on it. It flew great. I just had too many planes and had to sell it. Because at that point, I had like 330 cc's, 250s, and a 100cc, and it was just like, it was way too much. Good times, though. I mean, I think that really was what it comes down to. If it gives you confidence to fly, then buy it. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. That goes for every gyro system. I don't think if anyone tries to talk down to you because it makes you more confident to fly, just hit them right in the nose. Or write a strongly worded letter to them. Got some house mount in Chattanooga, RC guys, and Mark from Georgia coming up Saturday for a swap shop and fun fly. Come on up, everybody. See, that's cool because I'm actually going to be moving to Knoxville. So my home field will finally get to be House Mountain. I'm so excited to get to move and fly at House Mountain every weekend. Well, every other weekend because golf. But I'm super excited. So I'm moving, and I'll literally be the exact same distance away from you, Tommy, just on the other side. It's awesome. I love that place so much. It's such a great field. They throw a great event. If no one has been to the Knoxville, the 3D Fun Fly that Knoxville does every year, you have to go. But I did hear that Extreme Flight, I don't know who's sponsoring it this year. I don't know if Extreme Flight is. I haven't seen anything on it. I've only seen it as like the House Mountain 3D fly-in. I don't know if Extreme Flight is sponsoring it this year, but either way, it's a great event. I don't know if I can do this weekend. Actually, well, I need to check the weather. for this weekend. Ooh, does not look good. At least for here. Thing is, I probably won't be doing much flying until I move, which kind of sucks, but like I have all the RC gadget stuff still, and it's just honestly gotten to the point where I'm ready to, I love flying it. It's just to get the motivation to go out to the field with the foamies isn't there right now. And I don't have like a small field close to me, so I'm waiting until I can get like some actual shop space and refurb the 104 slick. That's the plan. Josh, you got to come down to Knoxville at least if you're not going to Null. You'll love it. Knoxville is such a great event every year. It's probably like, as far as clubs in the country that have awesome 3D pilots, Knoxville has probably the most. Like, there's so many people of really good skill that fly out of there. Like, it's like the mecca of 3D flying, so. Like Donald flies out of there. If you don't know who Donald Parton is, he's really freaking good. He's like a sleeper. JJ flies out of there. He's really good. There's Evan. There's literally just 10, 20 awesome pilots who fly out of Knoxville. So you need to put on your map. And it's just a really chill atmosphere too. It's not like super uptight. Joe Nall can be kind of uptight. Knoxville is just all about flying and having fun. Ugh. That would be awesome, dude. It will be awesome when you do it. Peer pressure. How far is that from Lebanon or Murfreesboro? It's like, that's going to be like 3 hours, 4 hours. Because that's like the long way to Tennessee, unfortunately. Probably 3 or 4. Yeah. Just come camp at the field. That's what I do. Yeah, it's so laid back though. It's just you just go fly with your friends at a really awesome field and that's it. There's no. I think I was at the very first one they did too. Just saying. Went to the very first event they did. In the first year they had like hover bowling and like so much stuff set up. It was a blast. And then it just got huge. Like it blew up. The next year after that was huge. Oh. Hoverpalooza. I've heard good things about that one. Spookfest. You need to go to Spookfest if you're up in Ohio. That's always been a classic Ohio event. There used to be the Ohio Huckfest, which was like the event to go to in Ohio. Hover bowling? Yeah, so they had a bunch of bowling pins set up, and you would hover over them and try and knock the bowling pins over. I think only one person crashed. They had a bunch of pins set up like that, and then also like little kiddie pools full of water because they didn't have a pond. Actually, there is a pond. You just have to try really hard to find it. It's like out in the middle of the woods. Ask me how I know that. Okay. Ohio's got a bunch of events. The Ohio Huckfest was always super fun. That's why they did the King 50. If you haven't watched all the King 50 freestyles, you need to do that. That's some good study material. They had 43 giants hovering at the same time. Jeez. No way I would do that. I would not trust someone with my giant scale airplane next to me. Let's see, what time is it? 8:47. Okay, so one more flight, and I'm probably going to call it for the night. I'm not going to use this stupid airplane for the flight, though. Yeah, we'll do this one. Do some precision. Some very nice scale flying. 4-point roll. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Perfect. Cluster huck, literally. Cluster huck, I like that. Yeah, go for it. Nice snap. That was an okay one. Alright, this is going to be ugly, but I'm going to do this one roll rolling loop thing. Oh, that was bad. I think Super Tim came up with that. Super Tim's a good pilot. I like watching his videos. Oh my god. Okay, that doesn't count. I'll actually fly 3D now. Yes. So, for the people watching this video, after the fact, if you're going to Null on Wednesday night, Tommy and the guys from the McMinn RC Flying Club put on a dinner on Wednesday. They're cooking out free hamburgers, hot dogs. You need to be there. I might be there. Might. I recently freed up my schedule for Null, so I'm going for sure. It's just I don't know exactly when I'll be there. I mean, I could go all week, but I'm gonna go from literally I'm gonna go from the beach to Null. So I'm gonna be sunburnt and a little red, and then I'm gonna get even more sunburnt and even more red, and probably die of exhaustion, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, YouTube's weird about posting links. You have to post only the last part of it for it to work. There might be a way I could set it to allow it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have an awesome vacation. I'm so excited. I got my new job, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to take a nice vacation, and then so I can go in and just kick some serious ass. Got planes to fly? No, I will. I'm going to have my 100cc ready. That's one of my goals. So I want to have my 104 slick ready. I'm going to fly it down there. I might try and sell it and upgrade to something new. But oops, well, that's it. But it's okay, Fire Rock. But I definitely want to have a 100cc ready for Null. That's a goal. Just my own, because I don't mind flying other people's planes. I always have this overwhelming sense of just what if something happens, and I would feel so terrible if I crashed someone else's airplane or someone mid-aired me while flying someone else's airplane. But I think that's going to be it for the stream mostly tonight. I know I didn't really cover anything, but it was cool to chat and chill. But I'm gonna try and have some more stuff going. It's just until I move, so until probably late May, I won't have too much stuff besides streams going on because I gotta focus on the move. But after I move, I'll be flying at House Mountain and like my favorite flying field, and there's plenty of space to do stuff and a bunch of awesome pilots. So super stoked for that. And another build video of some sort. I definitely want to do another build video once I get my living situation figured out and can get a shop going. It's gonna be awesome. Thanks, I'll need it. See everyone at Null. See you, Santa Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, never stop ripping till the day you die. Never stop ripping quads every day. So I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna keep trying to stream every week if I can. So see you next time. Enjoy.